If the crypto market continues to deteriorate, Bitcoin can likely come down more. Now, Bitcoin hasn't done that, so I'm looking on a retrace from this breakout to probably exit my short on Bitcoin. Why people believe in Bitcoin, which is why I think Bitcoin is a no-brainer future asset, much like gold. Now, do I think people are going to be going into Starbucks buying a cup of coffee with Bitcoin? No. I think it's the digital gold, and I think that's where it's going to be.
Based on his analysis and extensive experience, pro trader Gareth Soloway indicates a high likelihood of an upcoming correction that could push prices downward in the near future. Gareth's outlook on Bitcoin challenges conventional beliefs, considering it a risk asset and interpreting its recent behavior as indicative of a market top instead of a bottom. He foresees the possibility of a market reevaluation leading to a potential further decline in Bitcoin's value, contrasting the prevailing notion of its perpetual value appreciation. Several ETF issuers, including VanEck, Invesco, Valkyrie, and ARK, have made attempts to launch spot Bitcoin ETFs but faced rejections from the SEC. However, a significant shift occurred recently when BlackRock, the largest asset manager globally, filed to launch its own Bitcoin ETF. Despite over 30 previous Bitcoin ETF filings in the past years, none have successfully reached the market until now. The introduction of Bitcoin ETFs by influential financial firms caused a sudden surge in the price of Bitcoin, propelling it above $30,000 on Wednesday. This price level marks its highest point since April 26. With bullish sentiment prevailing, investors aim to prolong the gains and propel Bitcoin towards its peak price in 2023. While Soloway maintains the belief that Bitcoin must surpass the $30,000 threshold in order to indicate the beginning of a bullish market trend. According to Bitwise CEO Matt Hogan, BlackRock's filing can be viewed as the commencement of the mainstream era for cryptocurrencies. In a tweet, he expressed this sentiment by stating, "The future of crypto is more BlackRock and less Binance." According to Soloway Gary Gensler, the SEC chairman has granted approval to BlackRock as a way to appease the crypto community. As the SEC chair, he has indicated that cryptocurrencies, excluding Bitcoin, are considered securities. Gareth believes this move can be seen as a gesture towards supporting the crypto industry. Let us share a few highlights from the discussion that we would like to present. Before we proceed, make sure to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to receive regular updates.
Gary Gensler, the SEC, giving the nod to BlackRock, in my opinion, to say, okay, throw the crypto community a bone. And just again, think about all the crackdowns they've done, the amount of money that people have lost on altcoins. And again, we know that Bitcoin's not a security. Gary Gensler, the SEC, has said that. So that means ultimately that they're throwing a bone to the crypto community, saying, all right, we'll give you guys this one. We'll do a spot ETF. Now, it hasn't been approved, so don't get me wrong. There's always a small chance that it doesn't get approved. But, you have BlackRock with, $11 trillion under management with ties to the U.S. government like this. You can't tell me that after everything that the SEC did a week or two ago, and then this news hits, you can't tell me that there's not some sort of collusion there between the SEC and BlackRock. BlackRock, you can't tell me, didn't go to the SEC and said, hey, we want to do this. Will you back us? Will you let this happen? In my opinion, they said, yes, we will let this happen. Now, if we go to the charts, getting right into the charts here, guys. So we see Bitcoin had a down-sloping trend line. It came into this key support just below 25,000. Upsloping trend line, flat top right here. We came up, we broke out. My medium-term analysis still says that Bitcoin is very vulnerable, especially as long as it doesn't get through this key 30,000 level, 30,500 level on the charts. Okay, so again, yes, it's a good little move short term. I do think we could retest 30,500, but as long as that doesn't break, Bitcoin remains extremely vulnerable and in a progressive bear market. All right, now again, the reason why I say that is not that the regulation clarity that is coming isn't going to be good for crypto or Bitcoin. That will be a good factor. What I'm more concerned about is the stock market and the stock market's de-risking impact whenever that comes to fruition on what is going to happen to the crypto markets. Because what we know is historically that Bitcoin continues to be a risk asset. All right. Now, again, it was clouded because of the regulatory unknowns. You're starting to get a little clarity with this BlackRock ETF, spot ETF filing.
Gold is facing challenges in its upward movement due to the Federal Reserve's hawkish stance on inflation and interest rates. According to Edward Mayer, a metals analyst at Merrick's, gold may trade within the range of $1,931 to $2,000 in the upcoming 2 weeks, with significant resistance anticipated towards the upper boundary. As per Soloway, the expectation is that the price of gold will continue to decline. As of today, the gold price sits at $1,926. Gareth suggests that there may be a pivot point, indicating a classic retracement to previous levels, commonly referred to as the scene of the crime. He further mentions the possibility of waiting for gold to decrease a bit more before considering it an opportunity to accumulate more. Soloway suggests applying a Fibonacci retracement analysis to both gold and silver. For gold, he indicates the 38.2% level as a potential retracement point, while for silver, he suggests a 50% retracement level. The 50% retracement for silver would correspond to a halfway point of the bullish upward move.
I continue to be in the camp that we're still going lower on gold. Now, I was the biggest bull on gold, and I still am. That doesn't mean I don't think you're going to have small pullbacks, right? Think about that. Nothing goes straight up, nothing goes straight down. So in terms of gold, we're down ticking again today. We're at 1926 on gold. I still have it pivot, which would be a classic retrace to the scene of the crime, right? Pivot high to pivot high. Look at that retrace. We broke out here. What would be a retrace? Well, let's go back to, let's do some education. Let's go back to Solana. All right, so Solana, this is just the inverse of it, right? Breakdown on Solana, retrace to the trend line that broke down. Well, if we go to gold, here's your breakout on gold, and this is your retrace. What you're seeing here, folks, is that it doesn't matter what asset it is. It's going to repeat because humans are trading gold. With gold, check this out. So we have our target, which is just around 1,900 bucks. I love showing this too. If we do a Fibonacci retrace from the recent move up, what is right at that level? Look at this, 382 Fibonacci retrace. Right at that level on gold. All right, so what that does to me is that says, okay, so gold a little bit more down, and then I start loading the boat again. I rode gold up with members in the Money Stocks Verified Investing Alerts. We rode that up. That's where I trade stocks and commodities. We rode it up beautifully. Now we exited, haven't been really. I do have a Newmont mining position in the Money Stocks, which we're up on about 5%, I think, give or take. But ultimately, I want to buy more gold and accumulate more miners, and that I'm gonna do somewhere around the 1900 level should we achieve that. Now let's go to silver real quick here, guys. I wanna touch on silver. All right, silver is coming down here. Pretty nasty little drop, so again, we'll keep an eye on that. But I do have a one level, which will be support around $22.40, but that's not my buy level. My buy level is this upsloping trend line. So see this one down here? So if, and I'm saying if, I don't know if it'll hit it, but if it hits that level, that's my buy price, $21.50, give or take. That becomes a strong support. Now, we could also do a Fibonacci retrace on this just to see, and I haven't done this yet. So let's just see if it matches up at all. I'm always curious. Yep, look at that. So 21 right here, anyways, right at this area here, it looks like it's the 50% retrace. So that same trend line crossing right there, give or take the 50%. So it would be a 50% retrace of the bullish move up, would be at that level. So for me, that would probably be where I would nibble, to be honest. That would be where I would nibble.
The recent filing by BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, to launch its own Bitcoin ETF has brought significant changes to the landscape, rallying the price above $30,000. How does Soloway's analysis align with your own investment strategies or beliefs regarding Bitcoin, gold, and silver? We invite you to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. If you found this content valuable and insightful, show your appreciation by giving it a thumbs up and considering subscribing to our channel. Thank you for being a part of our community.